Well, hello there, my fellow train freaks, such as myself. If you watched my video yesterday, which was the layout update for June the 7th, you have noticed, or you would saw that I shared some of my buildings that I plan on putting on the layout when I get to that specific area. Well, there was 4 buildings in particular that I told you that came from Menards. And I wanted to show you because those buildings are all pre-lit, some with animation, some with not. So I've got the Morton Salt, I've got the County Inns and Suites, which is like a hotel. I've got the passenger station, and then I've also got the Piggly Wiggly grocery store that I'm going to show off in demo. I will go ahead and forewarn you, you might hear my son in the background as he is in the middle of his Taekwondo class. But I wanted to get this video recorded today since later on we have the live show with Tom's Trains and Things. So, further ado, first and foremost, everybody, I need you to make sure that you and hit the bell so that way you can get future notifications. Also, make sure you give me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how I'm doing as well. Or if there's anything you like, you don't like, or what you would like to see. Because that kind of gives me the direction as to where y'all, where I want to go with y'all. Also, I know I'm getting close to 100 subscribers, and once I do, there will be a drawing. I will put out a video later this week. I've got some prizes in mind, for this 100 subscriber contest, so just keep that in mind as well. So, further ado, let's just go ahead and take a look at these buildings. Okay, first up I have is my passenger station. This is trackside, and I'm just going to spin it around, let you see all 4 sides. This is the non-track side, and if you noticed right there is one of the power plug spots. Now these Menard buildings, they actually have 2 power inputs. They have them on the side, and then they also, it's going to be hard to tell, but they have one right here on the inside as well, and I don't have good enough lighting to show you. So with these buildings, you can drill a hole in your table and run a power cord up in front of it. Now the power adapters that I have, I've got 2 of them. I've got they're both made by Dozen. The first one is a 4.5 volt 1 amp, and that is just a single plug power adapter. The other one I have is a 4.5 volt 2 amp, and it has 3 actual plugs on it. So let me show you what the building looks lit, and I'm just going to use the outside plugs. Alright, now you could probably see what I was talking about in my previous video, the layout update for June the 7th, that the LEDs on this thing is very bright. And if I was to lift this sucker up, I mean, it is just astronomically bright. But overall, it is a very good looking building. Just a lot of detail. Now this is one of those that do not animate, but I would like to try to find a way to maybe get it to where the brightness is not so bright, but I've got a feeling I'm going to be trying to bite off more than I can chew, since all of the electronics is right inside this part of the depot. Let me see if you can maybe see, yep, see now you can see that plug that I was telling you about on the inside. So yeah, so that's going to be a fun and daunting task. So that's the first building. So let me unplug this one. And let me show you the next one. The next one we'll do is the County Inns and Suites. Let's make sure this is all on the camera. This is a little bigger building here. And it's kind of sitting wonky because this one doesn't have a actual connection on the inside. They actually gave a cable, what we call a pigtail. If I tuck that in there, it actually sits pretty flush. This building here does have an animated sign. You can see all the different rooms. Now, I did kind of think this was a little weird, but I'm assuming this is from a previous building sketch that they've done, which would have been like a car bay of some type. Rooms on the back, rooms on this side. Here's the outside plug. And then the top, I'm going to move the camera up because this is pretty cool. So I'm going to move my camera. They actually have a deck on the top, which I thought was really neat. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this one lit for you, because I want you to see that animation. Okay. Alright, there we go. So now we have the County Inns, or the County Suites by Menards. Can't really see it due to the brightness, but there is the red carpet entrance there. I could go along and, you know, put a vehicle in there to make it look like someone has arrived. The top of the building also has, it's lit as well. And then what's also really cool is some of the windows are lit and some of them are not, and some of them are bright and some of them are a little dimmer. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but it's like 3 different shades of the windows. Alright, so that's that building. Let's move on to Morton Salt. So this one's actually going to go in the second layout, or the second level. This will be in the industrial area. This one has a bay in the middle here where we could move in a covered hopper. So it looks like this industry is servicing a car, or the car is servicing the industry. Now, this building here, I have 2 options. The signs here, there's one on this side, one on the other side, and then there's 2 lights on top. I can choose to have these signs and the lights at the top animated, which the lights on the top would just blink. Or I can choose to have it stationary and the signs would just not animate. The inside plug is right here. The outside plug is on the side of the office. And then here's that little switch I was telling you about. So I am going to go ahead and plug this one in as well. And let's see. Alright, so now we have an animated sign. And even the bay is lit very well. And this is what I was telling you as far as the flashing lights on the top. Now, if I wanted a stationary, the lights no longer flash and the sign no longer animates. Now, the county suites did not have the toggle switch on that building like this one does. So, and the other cool thing is there's actually workers on this building, so I thought that was a pretty neat thing as well. And even a little dog right there at the steps to the office. So that is my Morton Salt, and I've got one more building to share with you, and that is going to be my Piggly Wiggly grocery store. Alright, so this is another one that's got the pigtail connection on the bottom, and it's even got the outdoor connection back here on the back. Got a couple of sticker bays here, so if you wanted to back a box truck up to, you could, or, you know, a short 18-wheeler. The detail on the inside is amazing, and it's hard to tell until I get the lights on it, so let me go ahead and do that right now. Alright, now the logo, let's see if I can get it. It's kind of, there we go. I have to get it really close to the camera for you to be able to see that logo. But as far as the Piggly Wiggly name, you can see how the letters chase each other, which I thought was really cool. And then it flashes. And then as far as the inside, see, you can see there is just a ton of detail. I mean, this is just pretty legit. I mean, people in there with grocery carts. You've got the riding horse. Guy over here dropping something off at the mailbox. I mean, really, really nice and neat building. Some of the other things I didn't share with you. On the side, there's advertisements for Campbell's Soup on one side and Tide on the other. I can't remember exactly what I spent on these buildings. 3 of them, the Morton Salt, the County Inn, the County Suites, and the Piggly Wiggly, I actually bought at the actual Menards store. We go to Branson, Missouri at least once a year, and they have a store there. That's the closest one to us. I wish they would put one in Arkansas, and you know, been trying to get them to consider putting one in, but you know, some companies just don't want to look at coming to a smaller state, you know, where there's, I guess, not as many people. I don't know. I mean, we're flooded with Home Depots and Lowe's, and that's kind of Menards' main competitors. But Menards actually does HO scale and O scale stuff too, and I think they're working on trying to get in. So, other than that, that's pretty much all I've got. So, like I said, you know, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell for future notifications. Thumbs up if you like the video, and comment. And you know, remember on sharing, I will be doing that 100 subscriber contest pretty soon, and I will have some merchandise. More than likely $50 worth for N scale, HO, and O for the for y'all to choose from. So, which I will release a video just for that subscriber contest. More details later on. Other than that, y'all be safe out there and happy railroading.